Hey guys, Ruminating Reaper here. So I'm just walking down to the cinema now. Wouldn't normally go to the cinema today, but heading down for something very, very special. That's right, I'm about to watch Jaws in 3D. Very, very excited. This is actually my first time seeing a film in 3D since Avengers Endgame. Back in 2019, yeah. It's been a few years, but 3D is slowly re-emerging into cinemas, and one of the films I've chosen to show is Jaws, you know. So even if the 3D is not the best, which I've been hearing quite mixed things about, hopefully, you know, just the experience of watching a classic film on the big screen will make it worth it. So yeah, head down to the cinema now, get my snacks, get my seat, and obviously get my 3D glasses. Get ready to watch Jaws. Oh yeah, we're gonna need a bigger screen. Glasses up ready. Jaws. Right, so I've got my frozen Fanta here and popcorn, ready for Jaws. Dun 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 dun. So yeah, Jaws, just got done experiencing it on the big screen. Now, some quick little bit of my history with this film. I previously hadn't seen it like all the way through. I watched about half of it, maybe, on TV several years ago. This is my first time properly actually sitting through the whole thing, and of course, what way to do it, and on the big screen, you know. Not on TV with crappy ads interrupting it every 15 minutes, you know, the proper, pure experience. And yeah, what an experience it was, kind of watch a classic film on the big screen. It's, you know, it's a ton of fun. It's a, you know, a good old school thrill ride creature feature, you know. If nowadays, you know, we've got Beast as our offering, back in the day, you know, of course it was Jaws. And yeah, it is a lot of fun. The story of Jaws, as you know, follows Chief Martin Brody, who is called in to investigate after a partygoer washes up in the sea. You know, he declares it, you know, a shark attack, but the mayor refuses to close off the beach because it would kill business. So Brody teams up with Quint, a fisherman, and Hooper, a shark expert, to kill the thing. You know, just simple, lean storytelling, and you know, it's very effective. Obviously, it's not deep, but it's not stupid either. Like, it takes its story fairly seriously. You know, there are jokes and funny moments, but for the most part, you know, it takes itself like pretty seriously, and that allows the audience to take the threat seriously, and you know, it allows it to be that bit more tense, and it mines tension very well through like clever cinematography, utilizing a lot of close-ups, you know, to really give the shark you know, mystery, a bit of anonymity. Also utilizing wides to really capture the vastness of the ocean. It's done incredibly well, and it's accompanied wonderfully by John Williams' iconic score. You know, the dun 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 dun. It's of perfection, and you know, of course, it's forever got a place in movie history as an iconic piece of music. That, and you know, and even the practical effects for the shark have aged surprisingly like well. You know, it's that Chris Nolan thing of like the more CGI you use, you know, the more your film ages, and of course, you know, this was back in the day, you know, where CGI wasn't the big thing that it is now. So, you know, a lot of stuff, you know, stuff was done like practically, and yeah, it looks really good. And you know, the actual blood effects, like done, of course, done practically, also look pretty great. And what surprises me about this type of film is that the characters are surprisingly well-rounded, and the central trio performers are all great. You know, Roy Scheider, Richard Dreyfuss, Robert Shaw, they all give really good performances, and the characters are very well-rounded. Now, you know, we've got Brody, who's, you know, very calm, very collected, he's a professional, but he's also got a fear of water. And we see him bond with Hooper, who's like the sort of comic relief, and he's also a shark expert. So, you know, he's very useful in this scenario. And then Quint is, you know, has lots of hands-on experience with sharks and with fishing, and has scars to prove it. And, you know, it's really fun seeing, you know, the very educated and rich Hooper clashing with Quint, and, you know, eventually bonding over their shared experiences. And the whole gang bonding over Quint's experiences in the war. Yeah, before seeing their bond, you know, tear apart and tensions begin to rise as they try desperately to kill the shark. Yeah, you know, Jaws, just, I've not really got much more to say about that. It's a classic film. Obviously, it's not like, nowadays it's not like, you know, scary or anything, and of course, you know, it's not particularly deep storytelling either, but it's super duper fun, and, you know, it is a piece of, you know, a hallmark in, like, you know, creature feature switcher playing of blockbuster cinema. You know, it's, you know, a pivotal film for the birth of the summer blockbuster. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Now I'm going to talk a bit about the 3D, because this was interesting. You know, getting to see the film, of course, it was shown in 3D. Now, I'd been hearing quite mixed things about 3D. You know, some people saying, like, you know, really pops out and it's really good, and others saying, yes, it's not really that good. I honestly have very mixed feelings about the 3D. It is pretty hit or miss. Like, there's a fair amount of shots, like the close-up, like the real close-up, you know, where, like, people's faces and, like, objects and, like, even the shark are, like, at the forefront of the scene, like real proper close-ups, like over shoulder shots, and like even shots where the water is like splashing right at the screen. And when it's doing those, the 3D looks really good, and there is actually a ton of depth to it. However, there's also a fair amount of shots where you don't really feel the effect of it, like of course the wide shots of the ocean and the nighttime shots, the effect is sort of lost. So, would I recommend going to see it on the big screen in 3D? Well, if you want to experience a classic film on the big screen, then yeah, go ahead. But if you're looking for like demo-worthy, reference-worthy 3D, you're not really going to get it here. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Jaws in 3D. Let me know down in the comments, have you seen it? What did you think of it? Do you think it still holds up today? Let me know all that down in the comments. And also let me know what you thought of the 3D. Don't forget the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget the subscribe button if you're new. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.